শুধু হে আমায় তোমার চরণ ধরি। ছয় বেগদমি ছয় দোষ শোধি ছয় গুণ দেহ দাসে। ছয় বেগদমি ছয় দোষ শোধি ছয় গুণ দেহ দাসে। আর ছয় সঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে ছয় সাত সঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে বসেছি সঙ্গের আসে। ছয় সাত সঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে বসেছি সঙ্গের আসে। আমি বসেছি সঙ্গের আসে, বসেছি সঙ্গের আসে। একাকী আমার নাহি পায় বল হরিনাম সংকীর্তনে। একাকী আমার নাহি পায় বল হরিনাম সংকীর্তনে। তুমি কৃপা করে শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দেয়া, তুমি কৃপা করে শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দেয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধানে। তুমি কৃপা করে শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দেয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধানে। দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধানে, তুমি দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধানে। কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো, তোমার শক্তি আছে। কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো, তোমার শক্তি আছে। আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলে, আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলে ধাই তব পাছে পাছে। আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলে ধাই তব পাছে পাছে। আমি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে, আমি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে। ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর, ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর, বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর, ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর, ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর। Mataji, that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo more. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu দয়া কর মোরে, তোমা বিনা কে দয়ালো জগত সংসারে। তোমা বিনা কে দয়ালো জগত সংসারে। পতিত পাবন হেতো তব অবতার। পতিত পাবন হেতো তব অবতার। মোসম পতিত প্রভু না পাইবে আর মশাম প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ প্রেমানন্দ সুখে হা প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ প্রেমানন্দ সুখে কৃপাবলোকন কর আমি বড় দুঃখে কৃপাবলোকন কর আমি বড় দুঃখে দয়া কর সীতাপতে অদ্বৈত গোসাই দয়া কর সীতাপতে অদ্বৈত গোসাই তব কৃপা বলে পাই চৈতন্য নিতাই তব কৃপা বলে পাই চৈতন্য নিতাই হা স্বরূপ সনাতন রূপ রঘুনাথ হা স্বরূপ সনাতন রূপ রঘুনাথ ভট্ট যুগ সে যে বহা প্রভু লোকনাথ ভট্ট যুগ সে যে বহা প্রভু লোকনাথ দয়া কর শ্রী আচার্য প্রভু শ্রীনিবাস দয়া কর শ্রী আচার্য প্রভু শ্রীনিবাস রামচন্দ্র সঙ্গ মাঙ্গে নরতম দাস 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 শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া কর মোরে শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া কর মোরে can we sing Jashamati Nandan? Jashamate Nandana Brajavara Nagara Jashamate Nandana Brajavara Nagara Jashamate Nandana Brajavara Nagara Jashamate Nandana Brajavara Nagara
Gokula-ranjana-kana Gokula-ranjana-kana Gopi-parana dhana madana manohara Gopi-parana dhana madana manohara Kaliya damana vidhana Kaliya damana vidhana Amala Hare Nam Ameya Vilasa Amala Hare Nam Ameya Vilasa Bipina Purandara Navina Nagara Vara Bipina Purandara Navina Nagara Vara Vanshivadana Subhasa Vanshivadana Subhasa Jai Brajajana Palana Asur-kula Nasana Brajajana Palana Asur-kula Nasana Nanda-gadhana Rakhwala Nanda-gadhana Rakhwala Govinda-madhava Navanita-taskara Govinda-madhava Navanita-taskara Sundarananda-gopala Sundarananda-gopala Jamuna-tata-chara Gopi-vasana-hara Jamuna-tata-chara Gopi-vasana-hara Rasa-rasika kripamoy Rasa-rasika kripamoy Shri Radha-vallava Vrindavana-natavara Shri Radha-vallava Vrindavana-natavara Bhakti-vinodaya-shraya Bhakti-vinodaya-shraya Jasamati-nandana Brajavarana-gara Jasamati-nandana Brajavarana-gara Gokula-ranjana-kana Gokula-ranjana-kana Jai Shri Damodara Bhagavan ki jai. Walk over with this side because he's blocking. The Archavika is blocking. Mataji, a Dushta Hridaya hai. Can we sing that thing? A Dushta Hridaya Kamadiri Puchai. A Dushta Hridaya hai. Kamadiri Puchai. Kotinate Pratisthasa Satya Sadarai Edusta Hridaya hai Kamayadiri Puchai Kotinate Pratisthasa Satya Sadharai. So this is a song written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It's known as 5 prayers to Lord Narsingh. I think in our temple, as Garas Vaisheshika Prabhu, he actually sings this on a regular basis. It's a beautiful song actually. It's a song how to approach Lord Narsingh, what to pray to him, and how he is actually protecting the devotees by removing all the obstacles from the path of devotional service. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is sincerely praying to him so that he gets a chance to chant the name of Radha and Krishna and worship them in the place of Navadip in a very sincere manner by the special mercy of Lord Narsingha. The way he actually protected Prahlad, the way he removed his obstacles, similarly he is asking for same kind of favor in his devotional life. Have we got that? So he's saying that Edustu Hridaya Hai Kama Adi Ripuchai. So there are different types of misgivings, there are different types of propensities in our heart. So Kam, Krodh, Lobha, Moho, Madh, Matsarya, these are called ripus, right? Ripus means they are enemies. They are, they are in their heart. I think you all know, right? Love, lust, anger, what is that? Illusion, greed, yeah. Kam, Krodh, Lobha, greed, Moho, illusion. Madh means like, pride. Matsarya, envy, yes, yeah. So these are the 6 kinds of misgivings. And he's telling that I am also pretending, I am a pretender, Shatya. That is actually very dangerous because one can get mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu if he is genuine, original. He accepts that this is my fault. This is my fault, please Lord help me. But if somebody is not doing that, then how can he get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda? Yeah, Hridaya Shodhano ar Krishna Vasana Nishinga Charane Mor Eito Kamana. I pray that Lord rectifies my heart, removes all these obstacles, and gives me the enthusiasm or that greed of serving Krishna, Krishna Vasana. That is only my prayer to his lotus feet. I think you are all familiar with the next part. Let's sing that song, right? Edusto Hridaye Hai Kamadiri Puchai Kutinati Pratisthasha Satya Sadharai Edusto Hridaye Hai Kamadiri Puchai Kutinati Pratisthasha Satya Sadharai Hridaya Shodhanayar Krishna Vasana Nishinha Charane Mor Eita Kamana Hridaya Shodhanayar Krishna Vasana Nishinha Charane Mor Eita Kamana Kandiya Nrsimha Pade Mangiboka Kono Nirapade Navadipe Jugala Bhajana Kandiyani Singha Pade Nangimoka Khana Nirapade Navadipe Jugala Bhajana Maya Bhaya Paya Jara Darshane Se Hare প্রসন্ন হইবে কবে মোরে দয়া করি ভয় ভয় পায় যারা দর্শনে সে হরি প্রসন্ন হইবে কবে মোরে দয়া করি যদ্যপি ভীষণ মূর্তি দুষ্ট জন প্রতি প্রহ্লাদাদি কৃষ্ণ ভক্তে অতি ভদ্রয়তি যদাপি ভীষণ মূর্তি দুষ্ট জীব প্রতি প্রহ্লাদাদি কৃষ্ণ ভক্ত জনে ভদ্রয়তি কবে বা প্রসন্ন হয়ে সকৃপা বচনে নির্ভয় করিবে মুরয়া কিঞ্চনে কবে বা প্রসন্ন হয়ে সকৃপা বচনে নির্ভয় মুরয়া কিঞ্চনে স্বচ্ছন্দে বৈশ হে বৎস শ্রী গৌরাঙ্গ ধামে যুগল ভজন রতি হো নামে স্বচ্ছন্দে বৈশ হে বৎস শ্রী গৌরাঙ্গ ধামে যুগল ভজন রতি হো নামে মম ভক্ত কৃপা বলে বিঘ্ন যাবে দূর শুদ্ধ চিত্তে ভজ রাধা কৃষ্ণ রস পুর মম ভক্ত কৃপা বলে বিঘ্ন যাবে দূর শুদ্ধ চিত্তে ভজ রাধা কৃষ্ণ রস পুর এই বলি কবে মোর মস্তক উপর শ্রী চরণে হর্ষ ধরিবে ঈশ্বর এই বলি কবে মোর মস্তক উপর শ্রী চরণে হর্ষে ধরিবে ঈশ্বর অমনি যুগল প্রেমে সাত্বিক বিকারে ধরায় লুটিব আমি শ্রী নৃসিংহদ্বারে অমনি যুগল প্রেমে সাত্বিক বিকারে ধরায় লুটিব আমি শ্রী নৃসিংহদ্বারে হে দুষ্ট হৃদয়ে কুটিনাটি প্রতিষ্ঠা ষাঠ সাধারায় দোসরি দয়ে হায় কাময়াদিরি পুছায় কুটিনাটি প্রতিষ্ঠা ষাঠ সাধারায় হৃদয় সাধনায়ার কৃষ্ণের বাসনা নৃসিংহ চরণে মোর এই তো কামনা হৃদয় সাধনায়ার কৃষ্ণের বাসনা নৃসিংহ চরণে মোর এই তো কামনা। जय श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की जय, श्री श्रीमन महाप्रभु की जय, श्री पंचायत भगवान की जय, समस्त गुरु परंपरा की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समस्त गुरु वृंदों की जय, निताय गौर शीतनाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण। Start our class today.
It's not good.
Hare Krishna, yes. Hare Krishna, all the devotees. Welcome to our Bhagavatam class, Saturday morning. Hare Krishna. So, we will start our session today with a special song. I think not many of us are familiar with the song. So, Mataji, can you please put the song on the screen? So, this is called actually Mangala-git, written by Srila Jayadev Goswami. How many of you have heard about Srila Jayadev Goswami? Yes, Excellent. Everybody heard? So Srila Jayadeva Goswami is one of the premium acharyas in our sampradaya. He actually kind of the first person who revealed the Radha Krishna's special glories, the worship of Radha Krishna. Even though Sripad Madhavendra Puri is also considered in our disciplic succession the person who revealed the worship of Srimati Radharani's glories. However, Jayadeva Goswami also one of the persons, I think he appeared in 1200 era, AD, 1200 AD. And he had his pastimes in Bengal, in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham and Sri Vrindavan Dham. And he wrote very sweet poetry in Sanskrit to glorify Radha and Krishna. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to release them with the association of Srila Sarup Damodara Goswami and Ramananda Rai on a regular basis in his Antalila pastimes. So this song is called actually Mangala-git. It's a beautiful song. It's just like supremely beautiful. And I felt like, what can be a nice way, there can be many nice ways to invoke Damodar month, but I felt like, let's start with something very sweet, because Krishna is all about sweet, right? Krishna is Madhura, Madhurashtakam. Everything about him is sweet. Madhura Adhipater Akhilam Madhuram. Everything about Krishna is absolutely in the sweet platform. So this song is, I think, sung in many places, especially in Jagannath Puri Dham. It describes about Krishna's beauty, but in a very sweet manner. So let's read it. So I will read, Mataji. I will try to give the translation, even though it may not be all like 100% appropriate, but it will give you some connection, because when we read the translation, we sometimes just read it, but we don't feel that the poetical connection. So the first line says like Shrita Kamala Kucho Mandala Dhrita Kundala Kalita Lalita Vanamala Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So I glorified that Supreme Absolute Truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who keeps his head on the breast of Mother Lakshmi or Lakshmi Devi, and he has beautiful earrings, Kundala. Kalita Lalita Vanamala, and he wears beautiful Vanamala, forest flower, the garland made of forest flower. This is also a garland made of forest flower. Yeah, because they are grown in forest, right? Even though sometimes they come from farm, but that farm is also itself is a forest. Anyway, so Kalita Lalita Vanamala. Lalita means like very soft, very beautiful. That Vanamala he is wearing. So I am glorifying that personality. Then it says, Dinamani Mandala Mandana Bhavakhandanaye Munijana Manasa Hangsa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So, just like sun, it actually dissipates all the darkness, right, of the world. Similarly, when Lord actually appears, he actually dissipates darkness. Not only dissipates, he also takes away all the miseries of cycle of birth, death, everything, right? Bhava Khandana means like he rescues us, he liberates us from this cycle. So he says like, I worship that personality of Godhead. He is just like a Dinamani, he is like a sun. When he appears, all the bhava, the cycle of birth and death and everything, it goes away. And Munijana Manasa Hamsa, he is actually swimming as a swan in the heart of all the saintly personalities. I glorify that person. So beautiful, huh? Kaliya Vishwadhara Ganjana Jana Ranjana Yadukula Nalina Dinesha Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So he's telling that Kaliya Vishwadhara, Kaliya was full of poison. So he subdued him. Jana Ranjana to please his devotees. Because Krishna's pastimes is not just giving chastisements or punishing the demons. It's rather more giving pleasure to the devotees. When they read it, they read a pastimes of the supreme hero. It's not like, oh, Lord. If Lord can do everything in a kind of, just he can look at something and they can die. Any example? Like somebody is dead, only just look or touch. Like Romaharsan Shuddha, right? One kusha grass just touched and he left his body. Like Vena, King Vena. Some mantras are chanted by the Brahmanas, and then Vena is gone. But he enacts these pastimes to give pleasure to his devotees. Janaranjana, Yadukula Nalina Dinesha. He is just like the Ishvara of Yadukula. he appeared in the family of Yadu dynasty, right? So I glorify that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Madhumura Naraka Vinashana Guru Rashana Ye Surakula Keli Nidana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So he destroyed, he killed Madhu, one demon, Mura, another Naraka, Ashura, another demon. And he sits on Garuda Asana, right? Lord sits on the back of Garuda. Surakulo Keli Nidana. But he is the protector of the demigods, Surakula. So I worship that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mataji, can you go to the next one? Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Bhava Mochana Mochana E Tribhuvana Bhuvana Nidhana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So Krishna's eyes are like lotus. Kamala Dala Lochana. Actually lotus petal. Not lotus itself, because lotus will be different, but it is Kamala Dala. It's like a lotus petal. And it is Amala, it's spotless lotus. Like sometimes lotus can have spot, or it may not be complete, but Krishna's eyes are like Kamala Dala Lochana, Amala. Bhava Mochana, like if you look at that lotus eye, then you don't have any bhava problem, the problem of material world, the birth, old age, death and disease. Tribhuvana Bhuvana Nidhana, and it actually enchants, or it is the shelter of the whole three universes, upper, middle and the lower planetary systems. Or you can say the material world, the transitory world which is called Brahmajyoti, and the spiritual world. He is the Nidhana of the controller of all these three. Tribhuvana Bhuvana Nidhana, Jaya Jaya Deva Hare, protector and maintainer. Yeah. Janaka Sutta Krita Bhushana Jita Dushana Ye Samara Shamita Dasha Kantha Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So it is said this is actually remembering, Jayadeva Goswami is remembering pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, where Janaka Sutta Krita Bhushana, he was garlanded by Srimati Sita Devi, right? And he defeated Dushana, Khara Dushan, right? In Panchavati, when they came to revenge or avenge Shurpanakha's, what is that? Shurpanakha was offended by Lakshmana and Rama, right? So, Shamara Shamita Dashakantha Jaya Jaya, and he defeated Samara in the war. Dashakantha means Ravana. So I glorify, I pray, or I glorify that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Avinava Jaladhara Sundara Dhritamandare Srimukha Chandra Chakara Jaya Jaya Deva. This is the epitome of this, these verses. It talks about Krishna's special beauty, which is that Krishna's bodily hue is Jaladhara Sundara. Means like Avinava Jaladhara, like when you see fresh cloud, dense cloud, just before raining, that is the hue of Krishna. Actually, it's kind of a resemblance. Krishna's hue is unique. You cannot actually materially give any comparison to Krishna's beauty. It's impossible. But he adds another attribute, which is that Dhritavandara hai, like he is worshipping the Govardhana hill. Shri Mukha Chandra Chakara, when Krishna was lifting the Govardhana hill, all types of Brajavasis, they were drinking the nectar of Krishna's beauty. Whole 7 days and nights. Especially Srimati Radharani. So the Chakara bird, that is a special type of bird, Chakara, it actually keeps its beak always up. And it waits for rain to come. It doesn't want to drink any other water, only rain water. So similarly, these devotees, they don't want to, experience any beauty or appreciate or see any beauty other than Krishna's beauty. Their one-pointed attention is Krishna. And that beauty is glorified as Avinava Jaladhara. Avinava means very unique, very special. Dhritamandara. And it became more beautiful when Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, so that all the devotees, they could drink the nectar of Krishna's beauty. Tava charanam pranata vayam iti bhavayaye kuru kushalam pranateshu jaya jaya deva hare. So it's saying, Tava charanam pranata vayam. So I actually bow down, or everybody bow down to your lotus feet. Iti bhavayaye, in this mood, Kuru kushalam pranateshu. You bestow the ultimate auspiciousness. So I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shri Jayadeva Kaviridam Kurute Mudame Mangalam Ujjvala-gitam Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So Sri Jayadev Kavi, the poet Jayadev Goswami, like this, in a very happy mood, Kurute Mudam E Mangalam Ujjvala-gitam. He is residing, he is presenting this Mangalam Ujjvala-gitam, means the all auspicious, effulgent song to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. So we'll sing this song. I will try. Please forgive me. I'm just asking for your blessings. And you can sing along, okay? Let me see that. What should be the rhythm? I think Tutal, yeah. Anybody knows this song? You know? Answer. Okay, good. Oh, you heard, definitely, right, Prabhu? I think those who are from Odisha, Balimadan Prabhu, Sri Antariksha Prabhu, Satyasar Prabhu, they're very much familiar with this. Shrita Kamala Kacha Mandala Nrita Kundala Kalita Lalita Vanamala Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Shita Kamala Kocha Mandala Nrita Kundala Kalita Lalita Vanamala Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Dinamani Mandala Mandana Bhavakhandana Muni Jana Manasa Hamsa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Dinamani Mandala Mandana Bhavakhandana Muni Jana Manasa Hamsa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Kaliya Veshadhara Ganjana Janaranjana Yadukula Nalina Dinesa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Kaliya Veshadhara Ganjana Janaranjana Yadukula Nalina Dinesa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Madhumura Naraka Vinashana Garurasana Surakula Keli Nidana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Madhumura Naraka Vinashana Garurasana Surakula Keli Nidana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Vavamochana Tribhuvana Bhuvana Nidhana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Amala Kamala Dala Lochana Vavamochana Tribhuvana Bhuvana Nidhana Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Janaka Sutta Kreta Bhushana Jita Dusana Samara Shamita Dasha Kantha Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Janaka Sutta Kreta Bhushana jitadusanaye samara shavita dasha kantha jaya jaya deva hare avinava jaladhara sundara Dhritamandaraye Shrimukha Chandra Chakara Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Avinava Jaladhara Sundara Dhritamandaraye Shrimukha Chandra Chakara Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Tava Charanam Pranata Bhayam Iti Bhavayaye Kura Kushalam Pranateshu Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Tava Charanam Pranata Bhayam Iti bhavayaye kura kushalam pranateshu jaya jaya deva hare Shri jaya deva kaveridam kurute mudam e mangalam ujjvala-gitam Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Shri Jaya Deva Kaveridam Kurute Mudam E Mangala Ujjvala-gitam Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. Well, let's start with Mangala chant prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manabhishthang Sthapitang Yena Bhutale Sayang Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sa Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitang Savadutang Parijana Sahitang Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhannitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Nama Nama Jayo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukhaṁ karoti vācālaṁ pangam langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram. I bow down to my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas who are present here in the altar and also bestowing their mercies. from their respective places. And also Shri Shri Radha Madan Mansiman Mahaprabhu, Sri Lakshmi Nrsimha and Panchatattva, so that we can speak something which can be beneficial in our devotional endeavor today, and ask blessings from all the devotees who assembled here kindly and who are also present in online media. So please bless me so that we can speak something which can help us to develop our devotional mood. Hare Krishna. So we are actually in a very auspicious moment today, or last few days, starting from the Ekadasi day. Many devotees start observing Kartik from Ekadasi to Ekadasi, and the last 5 days of Kartik, from Ekadasi to the Purnima, they observe Vishma Panchaka. So the Kartik Vrata goes for 30 days, 29 days, and then the last 5 days they dedicate for Vishma Panchaka Vrata. But in our temple, we start observing Kartik from after Purnima, means like the Pratipat. In fact, the Damodar Mass, we are still in Padmanabha Mass. Damodar Mass starts from tomorrow, officially, Gauranga calendar or Vaishnava calendar. Yes? Yeah, so there are 12 names of Lord. The 12 months of our Vaishnava calendar is dedicated to 12 deities, starting from Keshav, Keshava Nama, Narayana Nama, right? The way you put Tilaka, the same way you actually name the months in Vaishnava calendar. So Damodar is the last month, you can say. So it's a very auspicious time. So in some, we know that, Brahma Muhurta time, the best time to do your devotional service, perform your devotional service. Similarly, there are some special months which are very conducive to grow in your devotional endeavor. There are the special tithis like Madhava Tithi, Ekadasi Tithi, the appearance day of Lord. Those are very conducive for growth in devotional service. So many devotees, they introspect, they spend some special quality time in their seva, and they see that how they can grow. So this is a time also to relish your devotional service. So today, because last time when it was Kartik month, I think I spoke in a Sunday class. I spoke about the glories of Kartik month and what we can do to especially observe this month. But today I want to actually discuss a very special aspect of Kartik, which is the relishment part. Right? But devotional service is not a robotic service. You have to relish it. Otherwise, how will you stay in devotional life? You have to get some reciprocation from Krishna. Everybody is hankering for that. When that reciprocation is not there, then the enthusiasm to keep intact that enthusiasm becomes very difficult. That's why the reciprocation should be there, and you should actually enjoy the association of also the devotees. So if you what we do actually in Damodar month, everybody should actually share something about Damodar month. What we do, or what a special thing we can actually do on Damodar month before I can start my presentation. Yeah. Yes, Mataji, please use the microphone so that other devotees who are online, they can also hear. Yes.
Hare Krishna, offering lamp to the Yashoda Damodar.
Correct. Yes, Yashoda Damodar or Radha Damodar or any Krishna's deities or your worshipable deity, you can offer the lamp to them because very auspicious. Anything else?
We sing Damodara.
Excellent. Yes.
We sing Damodara.
We sing Damodara Ashtakam.
Yes.
Yeah. So every day we sing at least once, if not twice, the special prayers which is written by Satyavrata Muni, right? To glorify Lord Damodar, Radha Damodar, Yashoda Damodar, everyone. Yeah. Anything else? What are you doing now? Yes, Yash Prabhuji.
Some devotees also recite Gopi-git during this month.
Excellent. They actually, Gopi-git is the highest kind of prayer, in the separation of Krishna. That in the highest level also there is highest, more highest like that. But it's also one kind of highest kind of prayer where the devotees, the topmost devotees of Krishna, they are showing their emotions towards Krishna through their song of separation. Gopi-gita is a song of separation. Prabhupada translated it as a song of separation. It's a Biraha Gita. It's not only singing out of bliss. It's actually a song of separation. Anything else? Anyone else? Yes, yes.
We pray more to Tulsi Maharani in the Kartik Mass.
Excellent. Yes, we do Tulsi worship, a special careful Tulsi worship. And any regular, things we are doing, we put more attention to it. Sometimes it becomes a daily ritual. But instead of being ritualistic way, we approach in a mode of service. Okay, so that is the glories of Kartik month. You do everything and you add something little and you observe it in a manner that you are attentive. The most important thing is attention to whatever you do. Okay? So, the one thing, like when we sing Damodara Ashtakam, the first verse is Namami. Anybody can say the first verse? I don't know whether. Yeah, sing Mataji, please. Sing. Yes.
Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam.
Lasat Kundalang, Gokule Vrajamanam, Yashoda Vyo Lokho, Lavdhabamanam, Paramrishtamatyan Tato Drutto Gopya. So in this song, it's a beautiful actually song, and each stanza can be spoken for multiple classes. I think one time Keshamananda Babu started speaking, he could not go beyond 2 verses. He spoke for maybe 2.5 hours because he can embellish so much, he knows so much. But Sanatana Goswami also spoke so detailed about that song. So the first thing he says about this song is that Namami Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam, that Lord who is Ishwara. And he defines Ishvara in different ways also. I don't want to go to detail, like Jagatapati, my Modo Prananath, my worshipable form. He is the Lord of everyone in the whole world. And the Lord who is residing, who is the Lord of Asa Braja. Anyways, he says like any prayer, it just starts with pranam, the obeisances to the Lord. So Namami is the first, the obeisances to whom? That person who is the Jagateknath, who is the Prabhu, who is the Lord. And he has a form made of, full of eternity, knowledge and bliss, Sachidananda Rupam. But he doesn't stop there. That is general. Lord's any form is Sachidananda Rup, right? You cannot say, okay, Mahaprabhu's form, Lakshmi Nrsimha form is not Sachidananda. Any form is Sachidananda. Even to that matter, even those who are Paramahansa, their form is also considered in that manner. That's why we don't actually burn their body. We put them in Samadhi and that becomes a mandir. Like Samadhi mandir, we don't say like, oh, Samadhi. In general, people don't want to go to graveyard. Do you want? People are scared of, right? But everybody wants to go to Samadhi of the Acharyas because they are eternally residing there, right? They worship that place. Like Srila Prabhupada Samadhi, right? In Vrindavan temple. Before you go to temple, you first encounter Srila Prabhupada. The Mangala-git starts there and then it goes to Vivavari Shesha. First is like that Guru Ashtakam is sung in Srila Prabhupada Samadhi Mandir. So, this is the speciality. That Samadhi, like those who are Paramahansa, their body is also like Sachidananda. Even though we don't see it, but their body is like that. That's why it's very sometimes offensive to take dust or touch their body if you are not qualified. But they are merciful, that's why they allow sometimes us to do service. But Lord's form is Sachidananda. It's a common characteristics. It's a general characteristics. But the special characteristics, which is also related to this Leela, is that Lasata Kundalang. Krishna has earring, which is swinging. Earrings are swinging in his both ears. Gokula Vrajamana. And he is running in Gokula Dham. So this here, in this verse, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's place of pastimes, and Yashoda Vyoluko, the people who are related in these pastimes, they are all quoted. Yeah, my subject matter of presentation is not Damodara Ashtakam. I just started with it so that we can get some connection. So this is Krishna's beauty. So among all the ornaments, the earrings is considered as special. They are considered special because they are kissing Krishna's lotus face. Krishna is actually Abhushana Bhushanangam. He is the beauty of the ornaments he is wearing. It's not he became more beautiful because he is wearing those ornaments. Rather, those ornaments become beautiful because Krishna is wearing them. Uddhavji Maharaj, he actually quotes this verse in the 3rd canto that Bhushana Bhushanangam. You are actually the beautifier of the ornaments you are wearing in your body. And then, it comes Yashoda Mata. So there are 2 aspects of the Supreme Absolute Truth. One aspect is called his Aishwarya, his Vibhuti, right? And another aspect is called his Madhurya, sweetness. If these two aspects are not present in the topmost manner, in the extreme manner, then he cannot be Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? You have to have both. You have to have the controlling power, the lording power, and also you have to have that sweetness which relishes, nourishes our devotion. If it is not there, oh, Lord is only controlling. Like, many religion, they say that, oh, Lord, you have to be always, respectful. You have to always be subservient to Him. He is controller. You always be afraid of Him. That is there. But there should be some sweetness also, so that the heart, which is hankering for, what heart is hankering for? What we are hankering in this material world? Srila Rupa Goswami defines very nicely, but I want to hear from devotees. What you are hankering? Yes, Giridhari, tell me. What you are hankering in your life?
A computer right now.
Yeah, computer, okay. If you get computer, what will happen?
Then I'll get games.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Anyone else wants to? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Vijay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And what else? What you are hankering for?
It's love, Prabhu.
Love? Excellent. Love. Prema. Yes. What else? Anybody wants to add? After love, it is really difficult to add, but go ahead. Yeah.
Happiness, satisfaction.
Happiness, satisfaction. What else?
Something lasting, that's eternal.
Excellent. Something lasting, not ephemeral, right? Yes. Anyone else? And sorry, I don't want to push anyone. Just be spontaneous. Yeah. Okay, so everything is correct, but actually we are hankering for rasa. In general, 1-2 words or one word is rasa. We are hankering for melos. Through love, in the love, we want to experience that rasa. That's why Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he wrote a whole book which is describing about only rasa. It doesn't describe about, it describes also different, bhava, the mood of rasa, and satvika bhava. But actually, it actually more describes about the experiences of those love, sanchari, vyavichari, alambana, uddipana, ityadi. So, everybody is hankering for that. When you pass through road, and if an accident happens, do you look to that accident or not? You try to, right? What happened? That is also a rasa. It's a vivatsa rasa, but it is a rasa. Bhayanaka, vivatsa, hasya, raudra, karunya. These are like secondary rasas. These are also there in our heart present. So we are not robot, right? Oh, every time we want to just laugh. We want to also cry sometimes. That is also rasa. That gives also pleasure, right? Sometimes we cry if we have some anxiety and tension, and it releases. We feel like, oh, I'm relieved. I'm now, lighter. When we sing or do some service, we may actually cry sometimes because we become ecstatic. And that it says Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that there are different types of hasya, 6 types of hasyas, but there are 33 types of crying. Crying can be affiliated with any emotion. Anyway, so this is our mood, rasa. So that rasa with the Supreme Lord is in the absolute platform. It is not contaminated by this material affairs. And when we experience that, we need to get the sweetness aspect of the Lord. If Lord is all controller, He is all, powerful, omniscient, omnipresent, that aspect is only present there, then it's very difficult to relish that sweetness aspect or, make a relationship with Him, right? In Chaitanya Chaitamrita, it speaks that সমস্ত জগৎ মোরে ঐশ্বর্য মিশ্রিত প্রেমে নাহি অর্পিত. Yeah, something like that. Like whole world is worshiping me in the mood of opulence. In Vibhuti, they are attracted by Krishna's opulence, but that doesn't satisfy Krishna. Then he has to establish that sweetness also, right? And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started narrating the opulence of the Lord, and he has started narrating the Tripad Vibhuti, right? Krishna is considered as the Lord of three. He is Lord of three. You have to remember that. That verse actually comes in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, I think 2nd canto, that's our 3rd canto. Yes, that verse was quoted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. That Shayatra Shayatyasim Shayatradhishwa Swarajya Lakshmi Shamasta Apta Kama. I actually missed that first phrase. Anyways, I can't recall. Anybody can help me? Shayatya Swam Trayadhisha Swarajya Lakshma Shamasta Apta Kama Balir Adbhutash Balir Harim Adbhutash Lokopalo Kirita Kotya Edito Lokopalo. Yeah, I don't know whether that verse is there in Srimad Bhagavatam in this book. Let me check, sorry. It's a beautiful verse. You know that? It's not there, right? Yeah, so it speaks about that thing that Krishna is the Lord of three. And he has all opulence, all Lakshmi. And all the Lokopalas, there are different types of Lokopala in Bhagavad Gita Mahaprabhu, it discusses. So they, like Indra, Varuna, Brahma, Shiva, they are all worshipping. And Lokopalas in different universes, there are multi-billion universes, right? They all come together and they put their kiriti, means like the crown, unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and it makes a jingling sound while they pay obeisance. So it is actually, so this is Krishna's opulence. And then Krishna, Mahaprabhu narrates this pastimes of Lord Brahma. He came to meet Krishna, and then the Dwarpalas, they stopped him, and then they went inside, and from the Brahma came, then Lord said, like, which Brahma? And then they asked, like, which Brahma are you? Then he said, like, oh, there are more Brahmas? Okay, then he said, like, oh, I am the father of 4 Kumaras. Please let Lord know that I am 4-headed Brahma who is father of 4 Kumaras. And then Lord, let him in. And then first question he asked the Lord, I will tell my affair, why I came here, but first tell me, is there any other Brahma? And then the Lord, he called upon all the Brahmas from different universes, and Lord Brahma was astonished to see that there are Brahmas with millions of heads, because there are universes which are so big that need like Brahmas who have like many millions of heads. And Lord Chaitanya also explains that how big is our universe is. After narrating this, he becomes suddenly engrossed in the sweetness of Krishna, and he started narrating the beauty of Krishna, Madhurya aspect. So in the Anubhashya, now Amrita Prabha Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaks that this is the unique nature of Lord Krishna. All opulences and all sweetness are simultaneously present in him. That is not there in other incarnation. It's not that they are less, but that's like Krishna in Vraja is called like completely complete, right? Purnottama, Purno, Purnatara and Purnottama. So he is the complete full. Every incarnation is full, but he has all the rasas in full quantity. Now the question comes, I think many of you know, how many qualities are there in Lord Brahma? How many come in? No, first Lord Brahma, then you go to Shiva. Prabhu is here. Yes. Mataji, can we have more mics? You have only one mic, right? How many qualities Lord Brahma has?
Similar to a living entity, I think around 56, bro.
50. That means a living entity can have 50 qualities in full, because Lord Brahma is considered the top among the living entities. He is a Jiva Tattva. Sometimes Krishna can also appear as Lord Brahma if there is no qualified Jiva there. But in general, Lord Brahma has 50 qualities in full. How many qualities are there in Lord Shiva? Is there spiritual transcendental qualities? 54? No, not 64. You said 54 or 64? Is there any other opinion? Yes.
55.
Yes, 55. You're very close. Yeah, so 55 is like Lord Shiva's quality. That's why he is greater than Jivas, but he is not like, like supreme absolute truth also. He's a little bit, I should not say like he's a little bit mixed. Yeah, he's contaminated by a little bit the material modes of nature. It's like Shiram Yathada Devikara Vishesha Yoga, right? And how many qualities are there in Lord Vishnu? Oh, it's easy, yeah? 60, it's a whole number, huh? But how many qualities are there in Krishna? Okay, 64. Can anybody tell like what are the special qualities which are not there in Vishnu but is present in Lord Krishna? are present in Lord Krishna? Yeah, please use the mic, Prabhu. And give little definition of those things also. Yeah.
Venu Madhuri, he can play flute. Leela Madhuri, he does like all the krida. Rupa Madhuri, like he's beautiful. And one I forgot.
And what else?
I forgot the last one.
Anyone? Excellent. Yeah. Anything else anyone wants to add? Madhuri of Krishna or Krishna's 4 special qualities. Can you remember? You already gave 3. Only 1 is missing. Okay. So the 4th quality is called Prema Madhurya or Guna Madhurya. Means like Krishna enacts like very unique, special pastimes with his devotees. So first is Venu Madhurya. Krishna plays flute. Do you see Krishna in Dwaraka playing a flute or carrying a flute? Sometimes even though in the Hindi serials they show Krishna is carrying, in Kurukshetra also carrying a flute because they don't have any teachings of the acharyas. They just follow like what can look better, what. Yeah, anyways, so they have that conception. And but Krishna doesn't play flute outside Vrindavan Dham. Yeah, so this Venu Madhurya is especially attributed. And there is a chapter called Mangala-git, right? In Bhagavad Gita Mahapuran. Yeah, you wanted to add something? Hey, take the mic, please. Sorry?
Krishna, he played the flute for his wives.
I never heard of it, but anybody can add. Yeah. Prabhu, the senior Vaishnavas who are here, can you comment on like whether Krishna plays flute in Dwaraka or any other place? I don't know.
Yeah, Krishna exclusively does not play it, but as they say that in the hearts and remembrance of his devotees, he always stays. So Vrindavan can be created anywhere.
I see.
So in that way he does, but at the same time externally he does not. So that is the exclusivity of Vrindavan.
Excellent. Yeah, but that is there. Means like if your heart is Vrindavan, like Srimati Radharani is explaining, right? That Anner Hriday Mon Moro Mon Vrindavan Mone Mone Ake Kore Jani. That is there. But my question is like in any other like mood, like in Dwaraka and Mathura, does Krishna play flute? Like if you worship Dwaraka Krishna. So that's why I cannot comment on that part. I never heard it. So I wanted to get some input from Prabhu. But maybe there, how much I know about Krishna. So that is there, Venu Madhurya, right? And then Rupa Madhurya. Krishna's beauty is incomparable, right? We already sang some of the Abhinava Jalathara Sundara hai, Drita Mandara hai, Manasa Chandra Chakora. And we will discuss some of the verses about his beauty. And then his Leela Madhurya, Krishna's pastimes in Vrajadham is incomparable. It's unique. It's special. He doesn't actually enact that kind of pastimes anywhere else. It's completely full. It's and it's very today in the Japa class. Mataji was telling. Kennedy Mataji was telling that we are so fortunate that we took birth in this era when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and he is giving the topmost loving devotional service to everyone. It's really, really special because Krishna's pastime just ended in the previous Dapur Yuga and then Mahaprabhu appeared to distribute that Krishna's special mercy towards us, introduce us with the special Krishna Prema. So Krishna's Leela is so unique, so special. That's why sometimes devotees say don't read 10th canto directly. Come gradually because you may not be able to digest it. Lord Brahma could not digest. He knew, right? He went to Kshirsagar and prayed to Lord Vishnu, okay, Lord, please appear, please help us, help these demigods, help these human saintly people, rescue them from this demoniac culture. And then Lord appeared and he forgot. He could not actually correlate, how can Lord actually eat Uchishta? How can he behave like that? It's unique. So that's why Jnane Prayasa Udavasya, that verse comes, right? That you cannot actually understand Krishna's pastimes with your own endeavor, with your own knowledge. Only by the mercy of the pure devotees, mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you may get some kind of understanding. So that is there. So that is Leela Madhurya. Then is Prema Madhurya, Guna Madhurya. Krishna's all the rasas have manifested in Lord Krishna's pastimes in Sri Vrindavan Dham in full-fledged. In full. There is no tint bit of mix of opulence there. It's completely sweet. It's so much sweet that the devotees, they know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they don't want to remember it. They don't want to actually accept it. That's why sometimes they are called, their devotional services in mode of ignorance. Which is, I mentioned also in the class today, that unconsciously competent. They completely forget that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's like a special. So that kind of prema only manifests in Sri Vrindavan Dham. That's why the devotees who are living in Brajadham, they never left in Brajadham. Like, Rohini Mata, Balaram, few devotees, few had to leave. But everyone else, they remained in Vrindavan Dham, right? Only Rohini Mata, he actually experienced Krishna's pastimes in both places, apart from Lord Balaram, yeah. But everyone else, they said, no, we want to stay here. Even though they are suffering the pangs of separation from Krishna. Even they met Krishna in Kurukshetra. They were not satisfied. They said, no, come with us to Vrindavan. Onner Hridayamon, that verse actually concludes like that. Onner Hridayamon, mono moro Vrindavan, mone bone eko kore jani, taha tomare pododoy koroho jodi uday, tome tovar purno kipamani. I consider it at your complete mercy if you appear your highness in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Because for other people, the mind and heart is same. Our heart is considered as mind. But for us, our mind is actually Sri Vrindavan Dham. That is actually a verse in the mode of Srimati Radharani, quoted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Rath Yatra pastimes. Anyway, so this beauty of Krishna is narrated in many verses in Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahapuran. Because many devotees, they see Krishna in different manner, right? The famous verse also comes in 44th chapter, 10th canto, that different types of devotees saw Krishna in the wrestling arena in different manner. We can read that verse as well. But the main thing is, I don't know whether I quoted it here. Main thing is, based on your relationship, you see Krishna's beauty. Just like when the devotees, the topmost devotees of Vrindavan, they see Krishna, their beauty increases. And Krishna's beauty increases. And it seems like, apparently, that these, at a certain point it will stop. But it never stops. It just keeps increasing. It's not like, material nectar also. The material nectar, even though it is very, we call nectarine, right? It's satiating, it's very tasty. But after some point of time, you cannot take more. But rasa of Krishna, which is in transcendental realm, or the beauty or sweetness of Krishna, you can take as much as you want or as much as you desire. That is the special, benediction. Let me see. Now, I want to hear from the devotees about any verse or any description of Krishna's beauty narrated by any acharya or any scripture or Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahapuran, anything. I just want to hear from you because this is something we want to discuss today and relish. We have 45 more minutes, yeah. Yeah, please feel free. Yes, Rohinatulal Prabhuji, yes, please go ahead.
So this is in the prayers of Queen Kunti.
Yes.
So he beautifully describes, she compares the beauty of Krishna to lotuses. So Namo Pankajanaಭಾಯ, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangriya.
Yes. Can you give the meaning of that verse also?
Namo Pankajanaಭಾಯ means Krishna's navel is like lotus.
Uh-huh.
Namah Pankajanetraya means Krishna's eyes are like lotus petals. And Namah Pankajanetraya.
Namah Pankajamaline.
Namah Pankajamaline. He wears a garland of the lotuses. Namaste Pankajangriya. I offer my respectful obeisances to the lotus feet of Krishna.
Yes, Pankajangri is Krishna's another name. His lotus feet. Angri is lotus feet. Pankaja means lotus. Excellent. Yes. So usually, it is said, third canto, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahapuran says, when we start meditating on Lord's form, thank you Prabhu for adding that, we start with the lotus feet, right? First lotus feet, then his legs, then his thighs, then his navel, then his chest, then his shoulder, his neck, and then you come to the face, the meditation. Gradually and then you picture the whole form of Krishna in your mind. That is the way of meditation to Krishna. But here the interesting part is about this verse, as you mentioned, I want to just reveal it, that she didn't start with the lotus feet. Can anybody tell why she didn't start with the lotus feet? Yes.
Because she is Krishna's aunt, she felt a little bit
Excellent.
embarrassed to start from the feet.
Excellent. Yes. She did not want to embarrass Krishna by telling that, oh, I want to worship your lotus feet. So in a mood of little bit of because they are related to each other. So she started with Nama Pankaja Navhaya, with the navel. So first we see the lotus feet, but she has started it. So that's a beautiful verse. It gives that Krishna's everything can be emulated or can be compared with lotus petals or lotus flower, right? Anything else? Anyone else wants to add? Yes, anyone? Any verse? Yes, Yash Prabhu, go ahead.
I don't know the full meaning or even the Sanskrit, but I think
Yes.
Apidam is describing.
Yes, please read and tell. It's a beautiful verse. Why you don't? Yeah, here. Somebody can give, I think it's 10, 21, 5 or something. 22, 5. Yeah.
Translation or Sanskrit or both?
Yeah, both. Please read both.
Barhapidam natavara karnayo karnikaram vipradvasa kanaka kapisham vijayantim chamalam randhran veno radharasudhaya purayan gopa vrinder vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirti. So the translation is, wearing a peacock feathered ornament upon his head, blue karnikara flowers on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and the Vaijayanti garland, Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers as he entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints. He filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glories.
Excellent verse. Thank you, Prabhu. It's a beautiful verse actually. The beauty of Krishna's appearance in Sri Vrindavan Dham, the way it is narrated in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, they are very special, very special, very detailed. And then when you are dressing Krishna or when you are looking Krishna, you can remember those aspects of Krishna's beauty. Oh, Krishna is wearing a peacock feather, oh, Bada Hapidam. And how is his form? Oh, he is three-banded form, Tribhanga, which is Nartaka, a dancer's form. Who is wearing he's playing a flute. Oh, beautiful. So just like that, you can actually connect with the verse, connect with the emotion of the devotee who are reciting those verses, right? Because that devotee is reciting. Gopis are reciting that verse, right? If I am correct, right? That Venu Gita is sung by gopis also, yeah. Anything else? Anyone? Yes, our Satyasar Prabhu.
Prabhu, it's in Brahma Samhita. Venum kvanantama ravinda dalaya taksham barhavatam samisatam buddha sundarangam kandarpakoti kamaniya vishesha shopam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So it's mentioned in the translation that how Krishna is playing the flute so beautifully. He has the, like you mentioned, the complexion of hue of the rain-filled clouds, and because of his beauty, millions of cupids fall, they're charmed by him.
Excellent verse actually. Every day when we see Darshana Ariti, Govindam Adipurusham, and then we first say the opulent part, right? Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govinda. And then we say, Venum Kanantam Aravinda Dalaya Taksham. It's like the sweetness comes. The next verse also actually. It's both sweetness and opulence, the next verse. Anyways. Anything else? Yes, Mataji. Mataji, I forgot. Your name is Jagriti, right? Jagriti Mataji. Yes, please go ahead.
I actually don't know the
Verse, yeah, you can
verse,
tell. Yeah.
but and I've been searching for it for a long time. So if anyone knows, but the meaning goes like this: that as Krishna is walking in the kunj, the blue lotus is getting very shy because Krishna's body with the blue color is extremely beautiful, so it shies away. And as Krishna keeps moving, his yellow clothes make the yellow golden lotuses also feel shy. And as he continues walking, he has a little bit of smile, and his effulgent white teeth make the white lotuses shy away. And then ultimately, there is a little tinge of red in his eyes, and his lips are red. And the most beautiful of the lotus, which is the red color lotus, also shies away, looking at how beautiful Krishna's lips and eyes are.
Excellent.
So I don't
beautiful
know the.
verse. I can't remember it reading in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but maybe some other acharyas gave that much detail, right? I don't know, but beautiful verse. I would like to actually know that verse. Yeah, please.
It was in Amrendra Prabhu's class once. I heard it, but I
see.
forgot.
Whose class, Mother?
Amrendra Prabhu's.
Oh, Amarendra Prabhu. Yeah, he quotes verses from very necessary literature. So but yeah, the way he quotes, you feel like, we need to learn this verse. He has that kind of a special test. Yeah. Anything else anyone wants to add? Yes, Rohinitulal Prabhu. Yes, go ahead.
This verse comes in second canto.
Mm-hmm.
I think the prayers of Dwarka Vasis when they welcome Krishna or Hastinapura.
First canto. Prayers of Dwarkavashi is first canto, right? Second canto?
Yeah. First
canto, yeah, 11th chapter or something.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So this is Shreyo Nivaso Yashreya Panapatra Mukam Drisham Bahavo Lokapalanam Saranganam Padambujam. So it talks about different aspects of the Krishna's beauty. His chest is like residing place for Lakshmi, and his face is like a drinking vessel of beauty. So constantly keep on drinking the beauty, and his shoulders are like the residing or resting places for the demigods, and his lotus feet are compared to the resting place for the pure devotees of the Lord.
Excellent, yeah. Saranga, right? Saranga means like his bow, right?
Yeah, here Saranga refers to pure devotees, if I am not
Pure
wrong.
devotees also, I see. Beautiful verse, actually. So nice, yes. Prabhu, can you mention us your name, Prabhuji?
Achyut Mohan Das.
Achyut Mohan Das Brahmachari Prabhu. Jai, Hare Krishna.
Hare.
We are really blessed that you are here today.
I'm very happy to see all of your interactions. So I'll also share
Yes, Prabhuji.
a verse from the same chapter as Rohini Dulal was quoting. So this is the 25th verse from the 11th chapter of the first canto. It says, Nityam nirikshamananam yadapi dwarakaukasam nahi vitripyanti hidrisha shriyo dhamangam achyutam. It says that although Dwarkavasis were accustomed to drinking the nectar of Krishna's transcendental beauty every single day, for hours and hours they could stare at him, and they had been doing it for eternity. Like they had been doing it for years, uncountable. And yet they were never satiated. They were satisfied, but not satiated. The beauty in this world, it doesn't satisfy us, but it satiates us.
Yes.
And the beauty of Krishna, it deeply satisfies us, but it never gets boring. It rather goes on increasing. Anandam Mudhi Vardhanam.
Correct.
So that is
excellent point, Prabhu. Excellent, Jai. It's a beautiful point, yeah. This is the quality of a spiritual world and material world. In material world, we get bored of anything. Like you are hankering for something, you get it, you enjoy it for some time, and then you feel like virakti, detachment, right? Sometimes that's why it is said like King Anga, he was so attached to his son, and he's lamenting that why I got a son like Vena. It's a demoniac quality. And then he said, no, it's a special mercy. After some time he realized that it is a special mercy of Krishna that he gets completely detached from his material life. He becomes completely detached. I don't have any attraction because my son is like that. Because son, family, dehapatya kalatradesh, right, ityadi, they are the source of attraction. So this material world actually makes us satiated like very quickly. But we may never get satisfaction, complete satisfaction. But Krishna, he can give us, that will not never be satiated, right? But we get satisfaction, right? Yeah, exactly, opposite. Very beautiful point Prabhu mentioned actually. Anything else anyone wants to? I know Prabhu can mention many verses, but other devotees can take turn also. Yes, Kotakarna Prabhuji, the ocean of all jocular activities.
Hare
Is
Krishna,
Dasa.
I don't remember this verse, but I saw it next to Venum Kanvantam
I see.
Arvind.
Alola Chandrika, that
Yes,
means?
yes, Prabhu. Alola Chandrakala Sadvanamale Vamshi Ratnangadam Pranaya Kelikala Vilasam Shyamam Tribhangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, around whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, and whose graceful threefold bending form of Sham Sundar is eternally manifest.
Excellent point. Thank you, Prabhu. You want to elaborate a little bit that verse itself is a nice explanation, but what is the key point here? All the points are key points, but yeah, anything you want to share?
So I just think threefold bending form, that Krishna's pastimes also are sometimes not so easy to understand. Just like the way he stands, it's not straightforward.
Yeah.
Similarly, his activities are not easy to appreciate.
Yes.
But pure devotees can appreciate Krishna's pastimes. So there are so many, just like the his own dynasty of Yadus, how he made them fight with each other and leave the planet. Sometimes we see, even though they were so elevated, how could they fight with each other and leave the planet like this? Then what is the hope for us? Why we are aspiring for this? And how about the gopis? They were the topmost devotees and they are crying. That is this what we are aspiring for?
Yes, yes.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his body limbs are getting dislocated while singing and dancing. His fatigue, but still he's continuing. So, is this the pinnacle of bhakti? I mean, why are we aspiring for this? But at the same time, they are feeling the highest ecstasy. Srila Prabhupada, in that old age, going from Vrindavan to America to give this to the whole planet. I mean, this seems really, challenging and daunting. Are we aspiring for similar challenge in our life? We want to catch our own Jalduta. How can we appreciate this, that this is the highest ecstasy? But yeah, it is the topmost ecstasy. So,
excellent point, especially the last point you mentioned, that are we ready to catch our own Jaladuta? If we want to actually get Krishna, we have to leave everything. Are we ready for that? The Vrajavasis left everything. They risked everything, their life even, to be with Krishna, right? Are we ready for that? That is the price you pay for Vraja Bhakti, for Krishna Bhakti. Mahaprabhu also left everything, did not he? He left what he did not have in Navadvip. He had all the devotees, topmost devotees. Aditya Acharya, Srivas Pandit. He had a very beautiful family. His wife is personification of Mata Lakshmi, Bhudevi, Sri Devi, Lakshmi Priya and Vishnu Priya. And he left everything. For what? To relish the sweetness of Krishna. Krishna Madhurjere এক অদ্ভুত স্বভাব আপনা আস্বাদিতে কৃষ্ণ করেন ভক্ত ভাবেন Chaitanya Chaitamrita is spoken that this is the uniqueness of sweetness of Krishna, that Krishna himself takes the form of a devotee to relish it. Do you see, like in other form, Lord is actually experiencing, like Lord Nrsimha is relishing as a devotee Krishna's beauty? No, because they are all complete. They have their own rasa, own mood of, But Krishna's sweetness is so attractive to himself that he comes and tries to experience what is there in me. He sometimes look at himself on the floor in Dwaraka, right? The pastimes come in Dwaraka Lila, Narad Muni was telling. And he becomes astonished to see his beauty. And that's why, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, there are three internal reasons. One of the reasons is Sadhya Yanadbhuta Madhirima Kidrishava Madhyo. Like when the devotees experience my sweetness, what actually they experience? What kind of sweetness they experience? Somebody was experiencing that Krishna is Trivanga Murari. Krishna's form is three-vent. That the love of the devotee is also three-vent. Anyways, that's a different subject matter. But that's a beautiful point you mentioned. That are we ready to actually give up that kind of sacrifice or make that kind of sacrifice to go to that highest platform? It's amazing, yeah. And Brajavasis already did. They showed us that mood. So actually, we are running after an impossible. Even though Srila Prabhupada and Guru Vargas, they are encouraging us, please keep on doing it. But we're running after something. It's so difficult. But there is hope also. Yeah, it's not like there is no hope. Yeah, Ashavandha. Anyway, so what else? Anyone else before we recite some other verses? Or Navin Krishna Prabhu is here. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. So yeah, you see, many places actually the devotees start their prayer by remembering Krishna's beauty. Paying obeisances and remembering Krishna's beauty. So one of the verses which is very favorite to me, which is the first verse of Lord Brahma's prayer. Anybody knows? I think Prabhu knows, but anyone else knows that verse? That starts with Nomi Adhya. Nomi Dhote Abhrabapusita Ridambarayo Gunjavatam Se Paripuchalasan Mukhaya Bannasraja Kavalavetru Vishana Venu Lakmasriya Midupade Pashupangajayo Lakmasriya Midupade Pashupangajayo. So it says like Nomi Adha means like today I am worshipping or paying obeisances to that person who has Abhra Bapuse. Have you seen Abhra? I think India is the highest producer of Abhra. Abhra is a kind of a like metal. Is it metal? Abhra? It's not a metal. It's a kind of a crystal, right? Black crystal. Yeah, Abhra. So Krishna's bodily form is like that kind of black crystal, dense black, fresh cloud before rain, something like that. So he's telling that Abhra Bapuse. Then he says Taridambarayo. He's wearing a yellow garments, just like when the lightning happens, you see the yellow flash. That is Krishna's garment. It's so resplendent. It's just like that flash of light. Gunja vatam se paripuchalasan mukhaya. And he's wearing gunjamala. It's different type of, and he's decorated with gunjamala actually in different places. It's a special type of flower which is available in Srivindavan Dham. It's very favorite to Krishna and Srimati Radharani also. And Mahaprabhu gave that Gunjamala to Raghunath Das Goswami. That's a sign that I am giving you the service to Srimati Radharani. Anyway, so Lasan Mukhaya, his face is very effulgent. Paripicha Lasan Mukhaya. Paripicha means like he is having a peacock feather on his head. Lasan Mukhaya. Vannasraja Kavalavetra, and he is decorated with different, wild flowers, hand, neck, garland, feet, everywhere, wildflowers. Kavalavatra, he is holding some yogurt rice in his hand. I think it's in his left hand, something like that. Most likely, because if you remember the picture, exactly that picture was drawn based on this verse. Like Lord Brahma is praying, and Krishna is that picture. Krishna is like, okay, he's completely ignoring Brahma at that point of time. Yeah, so that is the coming. That form is coming from this verse. Lasan Mukhaya Vannasraja Kavalavatru Vishana Venu. Krishna is, I think Sanatana Goswami or Chakravarti Pad, one of them explains that where is what. So there are three things described here: Vishan, Venu, and Vetra. Three things. So I cannot recall exactly. You can read the purport. That one thing is in his armpit. Another thing is actually in his dhoti. It is tucked under his dhoti. And then Vishan, I think it's just swinging around his neck, his waist or something. Yeah, I cannot exactly recall. Vanasaji Kabalavatra Vishana Venu, Lakmasriya Midupade Pashupankajaya. In that, full of beauty and opulence, Lord is actually in a slow gait. He is entering the forest, or he's moving in the forest. Who is that person? He is Pashupankajaya. Means like the king of all the Pashus, animal, which is Nanda Maharaj, because he is the king of Brajadham, Gokuladham, and all the people who are tending cows. They're subservient to him. So Angajaya, his son. His son, Pashu Angajaya. It's so beautiful actually, the narration. And he first started narrating Krishna's special beautiful form in Sri Vrindavan Dham and paying obeisances to that form. He's, after speaking so many things in Brahma Samhita, he got bewildered. And Brahma Samhita is all about actually the explanation of that Gopal mantra actually. It's the explanation Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about it. So that is all about Braja Bhakti. Still, he couldn't understand. Because that's another thing. Krishna sometimes can make us forget something. Krishna completely controls that aspect of knowledge. He can make us forget. But in this case, to enact some special pastimes, Lord Brahma had to, commit this kind of activities or pastime. So this beautiful form is spoken there. Now, there are another 6 qualities are mentioned in Krishna's form when Krishna entered into the wrestling arena, and the Mathura Vasis, the devotees of Mathura, and some Brajavasis were also there, Nanda Maharaj and other Gopas are there. What they experience, especially Mathura Nadis. This prayer is actually chanted by the women, the ladies of Mathura, the city of Mathura. So they actually, beautiful verse actually. It speaks 6 aspects of Krishna's beauty. And we should remember that. He says, Gopastapya kimacharan yadumusya rupam lavanya saram asamardhamananya siddhyam drigbhi pivant anusava vinavang durapam ekanta dhama mashasha sriya vaishwarasya. Oh, they are lamenting actually. Oh, that the damsels of Braja, the gopis, what kind of austerity they have performed. That they get to actually experience Krishna's beauty. Krishna's this kind of beauty. And they attributed 6 qualities to its beauty. What is? Lavanya saram. Like it is the essence of all lavanya, means like all effulgent, all resplendence, all, you can say that, lavanya, what English can be there? Sweetness, actually, essence of all sweetness. Madhuri, actually. I think best thing is lavanya, yes. And then they say, asama urdha. There is no beauty which can be equal or above Krishna's beauty. Asama urdha. Beautiful actually. It is the general characteristics of Krishna that natat samas nacha abhyadikasya drishyate parasya saktir vividaiva shriyate natat samas karya karanam cha vidyate natat samas cha abhyadikasya drishyate parasya shaktir vividaiva shriyate savavike jnana bala kriyacha. Anyways, so there is no one who can do activities as Krishna. There is no one who can be equal. But here is specifically mentioned about Krishna's beauty. Like it is unsurpassable. Nobody can be equal or surpass Krishna's beauty. Asamardham. And it says ananya siddhyam. It is actually like, complete by itself. He doesn't need to make him more beautiful, any basra, any alankar, anything. It is ananya siddhyam. It is, by itself, it is complete. So beautiful. And then there's a drigbha pibanti anusava abhinam. If you drink Krishna's beauty with your eyes, you will never be satiated. Prabhu has mentioned that it never gets satiated. You feel like you may be satisfied, but you will not be satiated. You want more. Nava manayam means like, it says like it will feel newer, fresh every time you see. Every time. Every time you see see Radha Madan Mahan, do you see that you become tired? I become tired sometimes. I accept because I don't see Krishna all the time there. But yeah, when we look at him, we feel like, this form is so, so beautiful. Sometimes I see, he's very angry, so I get scared. But he's so, so beautiful, right? So nicely decorated by the devotees with full attention to details. And, the following the footsteps of previous acharyas, how they have instructed. So he becomes beautiful every day. That day, last week, I came for service and one Mataji came. And she, when you open the darshan, she started crying, like in the Govindam Adipurusham. And I think I sang another song also. I could feel that she's crying. She was sobbing, And then she was crying profusely, like, her eyes were full of tears. And then our Raman Saka Prabhu, when he interacted with her, she mentioned that she never experienced this kind of ecstasy in her life. Like sometimes we come every day, we become familiar. Oh, Madan Mohan, yeah, he is always wearing that. His eyes are like that. It becomes familiar, right? We become familiar and we don't feel that appreciation. But when we see other devotees, they are getting that kind of bliss, we become more appreciation, get more appreciation. That's why temple is very special. In a home, it's there, but temple, when you see other devotees, their experience, you get more faith. That Mataji was from South India, from Kerala. She visited many temples. She even worshipped Ananta Padmanabhan Swami. There are two Padmanabhan temples. She was mentioning both Padmanabhan temples, but she never experienced this kind of ecstasy. She was very genuinely experiencing that her heart to us. And I was feeling like, okay, what I am actually doing here? I don't have that kind of attraction, that kind of appreciation to Krishna's beauty, his form, his appearance here in this temple, in our life. Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah. Anyways, so this is Pivanta Anusava Avinavam. But above these things, like among all these things, there is a very special thing, which is Durapama. It's very difficult to get. That's what I was mentioning, that even he appeared here as Acha Vigraha form. I don't see that beauty. I don't appreciate him all the time. I don't see that he is getting more beautiful in each second. What the devotees are experiencing. That's why Krishna should be seen through the ears, not through the eyes. Like Srila Saraswati Thakur's that famous pastimes, that what you can see of Krishna's form, you cannot see Krishna's form. You can see Krishna's forms through ears. Yashiva Sri Amananam Krishna Paramapurusha Bhaktir Utpadatya Pungsha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. And by hearing about Krishna, that all the misgivings, Shoka, Moha, Bhaya, they will be gone. But not by seeing him. Yeah, if we have that kind of darshan, like Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu be the object of my vision, then it's okay. But first we have to hear about. That's why the shlokas, they are giving us a glimpse what Krishna's form is, what the sweetness of Krishna is. Yeah, and then Ekantatham Yashasha Sriya Aisharyasya. It is the place of all yasha, all opulences, all fame, and all Sri, all beauty. It is like his body is the place of that, is the shelter of all these things. So these are the uniqueness of Krishna's form, which is experienced by Mathura Naris, the ladies of Mathura. And they were envying in a positive manner that what austerity they have done, that they are drinking this all the time. What is a specialty about their devotion? And then another verse, it is coming in Rudra Gitam, in Lord Shiva, when he was actually teaching the Prachetas. So he says, Darshanang no didikshunang dehi bhagavatarchitam rupang priyatamang swanang sarvendriya gunanjanam. Oh my Lord, I am desirous to see that form which is very favorite to your devotees. And you become pleased to me and show me that form which is worshipped by all of your devotees and which can satisfy, which can engross all of my senses. Krishna's beauty is like that. You will be stand. When you see Krishna, you will be stand. Yeah, the demoniac people, they don't understand. Even when Lord Chaitanya, he appeared, the most people got delivered by seeing his beauty. Not by hearing Sankirtan. Because offensive people, they cannot offend it. But even somebody is offensive, they can appreciate, oh, he's so beautiful. Sundarja Kamakoti Sakala Jana Samaladana Chandrakoti. So beautiful that it can defeat the millions of cupids' beauty. And it can actually, give you the bliss of seeing millions of moons in the dark night. Do you feel bliss when you see the full moon? Yes or no? Do you see that same bliss when you see sun? No, because moon, some people are called lunatic, right? Lunatic, the word comes from lunar, which means like you become mad. It's intoxicating. The beauty of moon is intoxicating. That's why Krishna's form is compared as Chandra, Krishna Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Chaitanya Chandra. So they are not Chaitanya Shurja. Have you heard it? No. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Mandira. Yeah, anyway, so this is Krishna's beauty. So he defeated, he converted many people from demoniac to devotee by showing his beauty. And devotees who saw his sannyas form after seeing his long hair form, they cried like anything, like, oh, where that beauty? It is still beautiful, but that beauty has a different posture. Like Krishna, bald head, when he came, like after taking the Brahmachari Brata in Sandipani Muni's ashram, everybody cried. They could not appreciate that, oh, his curly hair, everything is gone now. It was not very appreciative to the devotees. Yeah, but still, Krishna is always beautiful. That's a different form. Anyway, so it can actually take or absorb all of our attention. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he started describing Krishna's beauty to Sanatana Goswami, he described the 24 and a half moons which are present in Krishna's body. And I think Shyamrao Prabhu also in Bhakti class he mentioned that verse, right? He was mentioning it. Actually, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Pad, he gave a commentary on the mantra which is associated with that form, 24 half syllable mantra. And he also mentions about these special qualities of Krishna's form. So Mahaprabhu was telling that Krishna's form has 24 and a half moons present. Can anybody try to tell which are the 24 and a half moons in Krishna's form? Krishna has 24 and a half moon. Any moon you can tell, yeah. It's easy, right?
So there are 10 fingernails, 10 toenails, 20.
Correct. Yes. Why they are compared to Chandra?
Because the effulgence of the toenails is like
excellent. That's true. Yeah. So that is another aspect of Chandra's light. Is like it is very soothing. Sunlight is like you cannot, like you Texas summer, if you stay for half an hour, you will be boiled. People literally actually made like baked bread in their mailbox. They put something and it became bread. It's so hot, just like oven, Mataji. Yeah. So it is so hot, but you will never be like even in summer, if you go out and there is moon, it will be soothing. You will enjoy that light. So Krishna, the effulgence which is coming from Krishna's lotus nails, they are all soothing. They are all beautiful. They are all cold, cool, cooling breeze. So it's coming from all the nails. Panthastu koti shatavasyara sampragame vayu thapi manasapuni pungivanam yasyapyasti what is that? Yasyapyasti ananta? Yeah. Means like the many yogis, many millions of birth times, if they meditate on Krishna, still they cannot understand the effulgence which is coming from the toenails of the Supreme Lord. It's so rare. So all the toenails are compared to as the moons. Next.
There's a lotus face.
Lotus face, yeah, Mukha Chandra.
And then the cheeks, there are two cheeks, so they are
two cheeks, yes.
Moons. And then there's half moon, which is the forehead.
Correct. Ashtami Chat.
Yeah.
the the 8th day of moon, Ashtami Chad, is always half. Be it, Gaura Paksha or Krishna Paksha, it is always half. Yes, and then?
One more provide.
One is the bindi,
The tilak.
in his tilak, which is another Chandra. So these are the 24 and a half. Yeah, excellent, Prabhu. You actually satisfied one mantra, 23 and a half syllable mantra, but not the 24 and a half syllable mantra. So when you chant the mantra of Gaura, that is 23 and a half syllable mantra. Anyways, so yeah, so 24 and a half syllable mantra, it is actually representing Krishna's beautiful form, different moons which are present in different parts. And so beautiful to remember. And when somebody drinks this beauty, actually that is a verse quoted by Mahaprabhu. I didn't write it here. That verse is actually quoted by Billamangal Thakur. So it says, Madhurang madhurang bapurasya iha madhurang madhurang badanang madhuram madhugandhi etadasma etadasmat aho madhurang 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 madhurang. Okay, I think I may have missed here and there one syllable, but the verse is like that. Madhurang madhuram bapurasya iha. Krishna's body is sweeter than sweet, honey, sweeter than honey. Or madhurang madhurang, it's like, condensed honey, or you can say that it is more than honey actually, too madhur. Two sweetness is added here. Then he says, Madhurang Madhurang Vadanang Madhurang. But Krishna's face is 3 madhur. It's actually more madhur than Krishna's whole form. When you look at Krishna's face, it will attract all of your attentions. Your heart will go towards him. Then he says, Madhugandhi etadasmi ahodeho madhurang 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 madhurang. But when Krishna smiles, in that face, it is 4 madhura. Madhurang, 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 madhurang. It's more sweet. Such a beautiful actually verse to describe the speciality of Krishna's form. Like first Krishna's body, which is definitely no sweetness can be compared. Then Krishna's face, and this Krishna's smile. Uncomparable. So these are some of the aspects of Krishna's sweetness, and it is actually said that those who are Krishna's pure devotees, they are eligible to experience it. We may experience it, but it can be like very, very short time, or maybe not the full realization will be there. And by Krishna's mercy, sometimes when a devotee is singing, like today we sang that Jayadev's Git Govinda song, right? Ujjala Mangala-gitam. Such a beautiful song. When a real devotee, like there is one Gauriya Acharya, he was hearing a Gauriya song, written by an Acharya. Another devotee was singing, very nicely singing. And that devotee is originally from Bangladesh, East Bengal. And he said, like, in his Bengali accent, he said, like, Tumi to gai ai gala, kisu to buste parle na, hridoy to fatlo na, jar fatlo tar to fatlo. You just only sang. You didn't realize what it is actually saying. The devotee who is in that stature, his heart is broken. And when he sings that song, he feels that ecstasy. So when we actually sing or read the verses which are glorifying Lord Krishna, we should have that kind of little bit of emotion. Yeah, that should be there, that we should study, we should learn, that should be there. But when that emotion is not there, it's very difficult to connect with that. I'll give my personal example. I took a goal to memorize Narayan Kavacha, because it's very good to chant Narayan Kavacha for your protection. All the Lord's different incarnations are there. They are protecting you in earth, in water, in sky, from serpents, from demons, from demigods, from envious people, and different things. And I started reciting every day. After some time, I became tired. I feel like, it's going to my head, but it's not going to my heart. I can actually still recite some of the verses, but I don't feel that connection. Whereas sometimes when I sing some verses or some, Vaishnava songs, I feel like after singing 3-4 times, I feel like, oh, I am familiar with this song. I feel like I'm accustomed. I want to sing it more. It's become like today we are singing those songs of Yashamati Nandana, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Daya Karo More, or Edushto Hriday Hai. These are beautiful songs. But if you don't have that connection with these songs, it will be like sometimes can be a torture. Like I will say, I will be very genuine. Like sometimes when we recite something and I don't have any connection, I feel like when it will end. It's already 15 minutes, we are all still doing it. But that's how actually sadhana is like that. Sometimes it's very difficult to overcome that first hurdle. But that feeling can be there. But once we get accustomed, we see the enthusiasm of other devotees, and we feel a little bit of connection and enthusiasm, it will be actually easy for us. Or Krishna will help us, I'll say. It's not easy, but Krishna will be help. Like many devotees, like Rohinitulal Prabhu, he memorized 34 verses of first canto, second chapter. Right? If you are, like when I was asked first to remember or memorize the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, I feel like it is never possible. This Shardula Vikritam, I even didn't know that meter of Shardula Vikritam at that time. Means like that the meter which it should be chanted is Shardula Vikritam. It's impossible. But when we have a little bit of taste and mercy of devotees and the association of devotees who are same-minded, Krishna helps. Krishna helps. Anyway, so yeah, there are innumerable verses quoted in Chaitamrita and Bhagavatam about Krishna's beauty. But the main point is that Krishna manifests his beauty based on your relationship. That same Krishna, I wanted to quote that verse. Where is that verse? Can anybody recall that verse? No, that is there. Tam yakti bhakti yoga paribhavita rit saroja asase sutta ikshita nananatha pumsam yad yadhya urugaya gatha vibhavayanti tat tat pranaya varpase sadhanagrahaya. That is actually a verse quoted by Lord Brahma. They are like, how you worship Krishna, he will actually reciprocate accordingly. Tat tat pranaya varpase. That kind of emotion you will develop towards Krishna. Tad vibhakti yoga paribhavita rit saroja. In the lotus of bhakti will grow in your heart. The way you hear Krishna, the way you hear, like, if somebody is giving, like, yes, that's why sometimes it's dangerous for a Kanishta Adhikari who doesn't have like a complete faith to hear from different school of thought. You should actually hear only few people or, the same sampradaya. If you go to the other sampradaya, they have also complete faith what they are speaking. It's not they are wrong. They're right. They are right, absolutely right. However, you can be actually convinced that, okay, maybe they are actually better than what I was doing. And this is also material nature. Material nature sometimes, mind says like, okay, no, this is not, you have better things over there. That is a proverb in Bengali that, Nodi repar kahe chhariya nishas, oparete sarvasuk amar vishas. The other side of the bank of river is telling that, oh, all happiness are there on the other side. And then the other side is telling, oh, what I'm doing here, I feel like, all the happiness are on the other side of the bank. So nobody is satisfied. So that is the mentality of a Kanishta Adhikari. So you should actually have few devotees who can give you the faith in the sampradaya. And when you hear from them, then that kind of devotion will grow in your heart. Like our mode of worship is following the footsteps of 6 Goswamis. How they worship Krishna, right? So what should we follow? We should follow the teachers who are teaching the Gospels of the 6 Goswamis. If that is there, then you tell me. Yeah, that verse is there. Beautiful verse. Yeah. Tat tat pranaya brapuse sadhanugrahaya. By the mercy of the Lord, that kind of relationship will be established. Now, I was looking for that verse where it is said that, in Mathura, I think it comes in the 44th chapter only, or 45 verse or something. Can anybody actually find that verse? But it should be there in the book. Yeah, Mallanam, that thing. Yeah. Can you read the verse? Hmm? 10:43:17. 17. Okay. Yes. Okay. 10:43:17. Yes. Go ahead.
Malla namasaninam naravara Strinam smaro murtiman Gopanam swajano satam shiti bhujam Shasta swapitro shishu Mrityurbhojapaterviradavidusham Tatvam param yoginam Vrishninam paradevateti vidito Rangam gata sagraja.
Mataji, can you please put this verse on the screen, 10:43:17? Because then everybody can see also. It's a beautiful song. Yes, you can recite again, Prabhuji.
Verse
Yeah.
Mallanamasaninam naravara Strinam smaro murtiman Gopanam swajano satam shiti bhujam Shastashvapitro shishu Mrityur bhojapater virada vidusham Tatvam param yoginam Vrishninam paradevateti vidito Rangam gata sagraja.
Can you read the synonyms also?
The word to word?
Yes.
Yeah. Mallanam for the Mallanam
Malana.
for the wrestlers. Ashani
Ashanihi,
lightning.
lightning.
Nrinam
Nrinam,
for the males.
for the males.
Naravara
Naravaraha,
the best of men.
the best of men.
Strinam
Strinam,
for the woman.
for the woman.
Smara
Smara,
Cupid.
Cupid.
Murtiman
Murtiman,
incarnate.
incarnate.
Gopanam
Gopanam,
for the cowherds.
for the cowherds.
Swajana
Sajana,
their relative.
their relative.
Asatam
Ashatam,
impious.
impious.
Shitibujam
Shitibujam,
for the kings.
for the kings.
Shashta
Shasta,
a punisher.
a punisher.
Swapitro
Savapitra,
for his parents.
for his parents.
Shishu
Shishuhu,
a child.
a child.
Mrityu
Mrityu,
death.
death.
Bhojapate
Bhojapate,
for the king of the Bhojas.
the king
Kamsa.
of the Bhojas.
Virat
Kamsa.
the
Virat.
totality of the material universe.
The totality of the material universe.
Avidusham
Avidusham,
for the unintelligent.
for the unintelligent.
Tattvam
Tattvam,
the truth.
the truth.
Param
Param,
supreme.
supreme.
Yoginam
Yoginam,
for the yogis.
for the yogis.
Vrishninam
Vrishninam,
for the members of the Vrishni dynasty.
for the members of the Vrishni dynasty.
Paradevata
Paradevata,
their most worshipable deity.
their most worshipable deity.
Iti
Iti,
in these ways.
in these ways.
Vidita
Vidita,
understood.
understood.
Rangam
Rangam,
the arena.
the arena.
Gata
Katha,
he entered.
he entered.
Sa
Sa,
along with.
along with
Agraja
Agrajaha,
his elder brother.
his elder brother. Please read the translation.
The various groups of people in the arena regarded Krishna in different ways when he entered it with his elder brother. The wrestlers saw Krishna as a lightning bolt, the men of Mathura as the best of males, the woman as a cupid in person, the cowherd men as their relative, the impious rulers as a chastiser, his parents as their child, the king of the Bhojas as death, the unintelligent as the Supreme Lord's universal form, the yogis as the absolute truth, and the Vrishnis as their supreme worshipable deity.
Somebody wants to, one Mataji can read the purport. It's a beautiful purport, by the way. Yeah. You can read 2 paragraphs, Mataji.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. This Srila Sridhar Swami quotes the following verse, which explains the 10 attitudes towards Krishna described here. Raudro dupadas cha shringaro hasyam viro daya tatha bhayanknakas cha bibassaha shanta sa prema bhaktika. There are 10 different modes: fury, perceived by the wrestlers, wonder by the men, conjugal attraction, the women, laughter, the cowherds, chivalry, the kings, mercy, his parents, terror, Kamsa, ghastliness, the unintelligent, peaceful neutrality, the yogis, and loving devotion, the Vrishnis. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that people like the wrestlers, Kamsa, and the impious rulers perceive Krishna as dangerous, angry, or threatening because they fail to understand the actual position of the personality of Godhead. Actually, Lord Krishna is everyone's friend and well-wisher, but because we rebel against him, he chastises us, and thus we may perceive him as threatening. Krishna, or God, is actually merciful, and when he punishes us, that is also his mercy.
Yeah.
Srila.
Somebody else can read. Sorry, thank you, Mataji.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur quotes the following Vedic statement: Raso vai saha rasam hya evayam labdhavanandi bhavati. He himself is rasa, the taste or mellow of a particular relationship, and certainly one who achieves this rasa becomes anandi, filled with bliss. Taittiriya Upanishad 2.7.1. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati quotes a further verse to explain the word rasa. Vyatitya bhavana vartama yash chamatkara bhara bhuh hridi sattvo javale badham swadate saraso matah. That which is beyond imagination, heavy with wonder, and relished in the heart, shining with goodness, such is known as rasa. As Srila Rupa Goswami elaborately explains in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, there are 5 main rasas: neutrality, servitude, friendship, parental love, and conjugal love, and 7 secondary rasas: amazement, humor, chivalry, compassion, fury, fear, and dread. Thus, altogether, there are 12 rasas, and the supreme object of them all is Sri Krishna himself. In other words, our love and affection are actually meant for Sri Krishna. Unfortunately, out of ignorance, we stubbornly try to squeeze happiness and love out of material relationships which are not directly connected to Krishna, and thus life becomes a constant frustration. The solution is simple: surrender to Krishna, love Krishna's devotees, and be happy forever. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So yeah, so you can see that we don't have to take shelter of anything else. Krishna is the reservoir of all rasa. So if you want to fight, if you want to experience bhaya, just take shelter of Krishna. Akama sarva kamava mokshakami udharadi. Actually, we are reading something, I think in our regular weekly classes. There, that, Mataji, the class is at 45, right? 9:30? Okay, sorry, yeah. So I think we are already overdue. So I'll conclude with that part. So it is saying that that verse quoted by Narad Muni to Yudhishthira, that anyways, Gopya Kamat Bhayat Kamsa Desha Cheddadayo Nirpo Sambandhan Vishnaya Juyo Bhaktam Bayam. Yeah, Bayam before. What is that verse before that? Remember? 7:30? 7:130. That Kamad Deshat Bhayas Nehad Yatha Bhaktishware Mana Abeshatad Agamitva Bhavastad Gadangata. Anyway, so it says that even though these devotees, these people, some people are like afraid of Krishna, some people are envious of Krishna, like the Shishupala, the Chediraj, Kamsa was afraid. And some people are related to Krishna in their family relationship. Some people are devotees of Krishna. And some people are attached to Krishna in lust. But all they got perfection. Of course, the perfection level is not same because there are different types of liberation, different types of perfection. Anyway, so that's how we can actually engage in any kind of way just to Krishna service, and we can become perfect in our life. So in Kartik month, I think we can actually think a little bit, reflect in our heart, and we can see that where we actually relish and how we can actually increase that relishment through our service to the association of the devotees. That can be one, introspection. At least for me, I am thinking about that. How I can improve in some aspects of my devotional service, because I cannot focus on like 10 different things. I can focus 1 or 2 at a time. So That's what I wanted to share. So please forgive me. Anything I have spoken which is not based on the teachings of our acharyas. So please, I ask for forgiveness. Ask for your blessings. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahapuran ki jai. Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaur Shita Nath Premanande. Hare Hare. It's like that. So now we have a special Bhagavatam presentation. Actually, the real Bhagavatam presentation will start now. I don't know who is the speaker, Mataji. So Raseswari Mataji will explain.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. That was such a honor to hear your class. On Sharad Purnima day, right? It's the beginning of Kartik, so very fortunate for us to hear such deep and relishable pastimes of Krishna. I keep thinking about the three bending forms. So many devotees mentioned verses of that. So now, at the lotus feet of Krishna, we offer this presentation, which is about Tulsi Devi. So Soumya will be presenting. Soumya Darshani is sister of Giridhari. Giridhari has presented earlier, and now Soumya is in the Kaishura class. And no, you can stand. And she is the daughter of Tadiya Seva Prabhu and Dhanalakshmi Mataji. So very honored to have you. Let me move this. One second. Mataji, it's her mic.
Hello. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. My name is Soumya. I'm 12 years old. Today I'm going to be giving a presentation on why Tulsi Devi is so dear to Lord Krishna. So let's start off with the most adorable plant. There are many beautiful plants in Vaikuntha that have intoxicating fragrances. But when these plants smell the Tulsi from the Tulsi ornaments adorning Lord Krishna, they pay respects to Tulsi, not because of her austerities to achieve such a position. They do not envy her because she has a pure heart. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the gopis of Vrindavan praise Tulsi Devi. O most kind Tulsi, to whom the feet of Govinda are so dear, have you seen the infallible one walk by, wearing you and encircled by swarms of bees? Many great sages and devotees, including Lakshmi Devi herself, aspire for a mere speck of Lord Krishna's dust. But Tulsi naturally receives the dust, being so dear to Lord Shyamsundar's feet. Of all the plants and trees, Vrinda Devi is the topmost. She is auspicious, completely pure, and the fulfiller of all desires. Therefore, by watering, worshipping, circumambulating the Tulsi plant, and offering her leaves and flowers to Lord Krishna, one makes tremendous spiritual advancement. Srimati Tulsi Devi is very dear to Lord Madhusudana and grants devotion to the Lord. We cannot water the seed of devotion by ourselves, but with the association of Tulsi Devi and the devotees of Lord Krishna, that seed of bhakti can be watered. Srila Haridas Thakura, a great devotee of Lord Krishna, used to chant 192 rounds in front of Tulsi every day. Once, a prostitute attempted to distract and defame him. Every day, she would come, pay respects to Tulsi, and sit in front of Haridas Thakura. Gradually, she started chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra along with Haridas Thakura and became a great Vaishnavi. Therefore, many devotees, like the prostitute, were transformed by the potency of Tulsi Devi. In Bhagavad Gita 9.26, it says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktya upahrityam ashnami prayatat manaha. One can make grand offerings to Krishna, but Krishna is fully satisfied with offerings full of devotion and sincerity. Thus, Even the most poorest of men can serve the Lord with some tulsi leaves and a palmful of water. Hare Krishna. Do you have any questions or reflections?
Hare Krishna, Samya. Thank you for bringing us very nice points about Tulsi Maharani. I think you quoted from many shastras and many points you mentioned, which are very helpful as to understand the connection of devotees and Tulsi Maharani and the Supreme Lord. I think if you go 2 slides back, see you showed a picture. Can you actually describe me that picture? Because I think that picture, there is no Tulsi Maharani or anything like.
I actually found this picture on Google.
I see.
But I like this picture the most.
I see.
Because of of the painting.
No, it's a good picture. I think this pastime is a little different as Raghunath Das Goswami's pastimes. But yeah, it's a good point. You mentioned that Haridas Thakur used to chant 192 rounds in front of Tulsi Maharani, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself also chanted in front of Tulsi Maharani on a daily basis. So it's very powerful that we chant in front. Thank you for describing Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Any other reflections or comments? Okay.
One question. So if we want to serve Tulsi Maharani, what are different way other than offering to Lord we can actually serve her? Can you tell a little bit?
We can water her. We can worship her by circumambulating the Tulsi plant.
Means we can take care of her. Yeah, nicely. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. That was excellent. Wonderful presentation and effort, Soumya. And thank you so much for her family to raise such a nice child. And her enthusiasm and Krishna consciousness is very obvious. When I teach her in the class, I can see. And it comes in the family, right? So thank you so much for everything that you did. And it's auspicious also that you got to present this wonderful topic on the first day of Kartik month. Thank you very much for reminding us the glories of Tulsi. So we'll stop here, and we request everyone to stand up and put the mats away so we can do the next part, which is Guru Puja.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me on the... Yes, okay. Namastreshta manum api sachiputra matra sarvam. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Now, can I change it on here? Or I think that's something she does. How's that? Are we better? Hare Krishna? Oh, thank you, Mataji. Namasreshta manum api sachiputram atra svarupam Shri Rupam Dhasagadram Urupurim Maturim Gostavatim Radhakundam Girivaram Ahoradhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Pradhita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natosmi He Guru Jananda Dinabando Svananda Datta Karunaika Sindo Vrindavana Sina Hitavara Prasida Radha Pranaya Prachara He Dinabando Karunaika Sindo Kuru Prasadam Maimanda Mudhe Laksha Paradhe Bahu Babagadhe Tat Pada Padme Stu Matischa Krishne Naivo Payanti Papichitam Kavayastavesha Brahma Yushapi Kritam Radha Mudha Svaranata Yonatir Vahistanu Britam Asubam Virvavan Acharya Chaita Vakasad Gatim Vyakanati. I bow down to the beautiful lotus feet of my spiritual master, by whose causeless mercy I have obtained the supreme holy name, the divine mantra, the service of the son of Sachimata, the association of Srila Svarupa Damodar, Rupa Goswami, and his older brother Sanatan Goswami, the supreme abode of Mathura, the blissful abode of Vrindavan, the divine Radha Kunda and Govardhan Hill, and the desire within my heart for the loving service of Sri Radhika and Madhava in Vrindavan. O spiritual master, O giver of divine wisdom, O friend of the fallen, you are the giver of your own bliss, and you are the only ocean of mercy. Although dwelling in Vrindavan, you have descended for the welfare of fallen souls like myself, and you are preaching the divine love of Radha for Krishna. Please be kind upon me. O friend of the lowly, O Guru Dev, you are the only ocean of mercy. I am a dull fool and have committed hundreds of thousands of offenses. I have fallen into a dense myriad of sins. Therefore, grace me with your mercy, so that my mind may be fixed on your lotus feet and on Sri Krishna. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with the prolonged lifetime of Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Supersoul, to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. Our only wish is to have our consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens our darkened eyes and fills our hearts with transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Now we're going to sing the Damodara. We can all be seated. Please feel free to take cushions and mats. Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Biyolukaladvavamanam Param Rishtramatyantato Dhrutya Gopya Muhurnetra Yumamrijantam Karambojayugmena Satankanetram Muhushwasakam patrirekangkakanta Stitagrivam damodaram bhaktibadam Driksvalila Birananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam Tadishitagneshnu bhaktarjitatvam Puna premata samsata vritti vande Varam deva moksham na moksham vadimva Gacchanyam rineham vare sadapiha Idam teva purnata gopala balam Sada me manasya virastam kimanye Idam teva purnata gopala balam Sada me manasya virastam kimanye Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilair Vrittam kuntalais snigdaraktais chagopyam Muhuschumbitam bimbarakta me Manasya virasamalam lakshalabhayam Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabodhuka Jalabdi Magnam Kripa Drishtri Vrishyati Dinam Batanu Gehane Shamam Agnyam Ediyakshi Drishya Veratma Jabada Mutvevayadad Vayamochitao Bhakti Bhajau Kritau Cham Tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha Namokshe graho me si damodare ham Tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha Namokshe graho me si damodare ham Namaste stu damne spuradipti damne Tvadiyodarayata Vishwashadame Namaste Sudame Spuraditidame Tvadiyodarayata Vishwashadame Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodara, Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara, Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara, Damodara Shri Radhe. Now we'll be chanting the prasadam prayers. Everybody can follow along. Sharira Vidyaja Gorenditaya Vikal Jive Pele Vishaya Shagore Taramante Jivayati Lobo Maisudamati Take jeta katina samsare Krishna barodoyo moy Kori bari jiva joy Swaprasadana diyo bhai Seyanamrita pao Radha Krishna Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde Panyavatan Rajan Vishwashanam Jayate Prasade Sarva Jitkanam Anirasupajayate Prasana Chita Sohyashu Buddhi Paryavatishta Dekvayopa Putta Shagranda Vasalanka Hitachita Uchishta Bhoji Loda Sarstamayam Shima Prasadam Ki Jai Nitagora Haribol Haribol please come take prasadam. But before that, let's do some announcements.